grid, undermined by decades of neglect and mismanagement, had crumbled, and their foundation of trust, undermined by betrayal, had been washed away. The history of QUANTA is a braided cable, stories wound together with common purpose and unified strength. We are built on the entrepreneurial spirit, on the recognition of an unmet need, of a better way, on the commitment and the fortitude to do the job right, of hard-won skills, forged and honed and passed on, of traditions honored and outlooks evolved. After the storm, time passed and attention shifted. The restoration trudged on slowly. But Band-Aids and duct tape are not the tools of resilience. There's a force within you, within all of us, and when we tap into it, not even rain can still our thunder. In fact, Mother Nature becomes an ally, a trusted co-conspirator to help bring the outside in and let what's inside you out. What in the weather are you waiting for? Be a force of nature, the Weather Channel app. Here at Seaboard and Triumph Foods, we strive for more. In fact, we were created for more. Born from a commitment between Seaboard and Triumph Foods, a commitment where more is at the heart of it all. We are Seaboard Triumph Foods, STF, where everybody belongs and everybody works together. From production and warehouse to engineering and research, we are a team where people come first with more support, more inclusion, more respect. For some, we are a path to a better future, a future with more success and more opportunity and more growth. Together, we can achieve more with more teamwork, more pride, more passion, united by a common goal to proudly produce the best pork, prairie fresh pork, and feed our families, our friends, and our neighbors in a community we deeply care about. We're proud to call home and strive to be more, with more jobs, more service, more connection, where diversity is celebrated and all are welcome, with more fun, more acceptance, and more kindness. Altogether, we are more. STF means more to me. This is Teachable Moments with April podcast. So I wanted to read some information from 2022 from Reuters, September 19th. And the name of the article is Explainer: What has happened to Puerto Rico's power grid since Hurricane Maria? This article opens up at New York, September 19th, and it says Hurricane Fiona knocked out electrical power to the entire Commonwealth of Puerto Rico starting on Sunday, reviving memories of Hurricane Maria, the deadly Category 4 storm that struck in 2017 and exposed the feeble nature of the island's electrical grid. Now, nearly all of Puerto Rico's roughly 3 million residents are in the dark again, and 5 years after Maria, it is raising renewed questions about the state of the grid. Who runs Puerto Rico's power grid? The state-run Puerto Rican Electric Power Authority, PREPA, owned and operated the island's power network when Maria hit. They call it PREPA. The acronym has been long criticized for inadequate investment in its power system and failure to establish backups to maintain power during disasters. Before Maria struck, the debt-laden government and PREPA had been mired in bankruptcy, and a federally appointed oversight board was created to manage the island's finances. In June 2020, Puerto Rico's privatized the grid by engaging Luma Energy to operate the system. even though PREPA still owned the infrastructure. LUMA is a joint venture between units of Canadian energy firm ATCO Limited and U.S. energy contractor QUANTA Services. A study from the Institute for Energy Economics and Financial Analysis found that service restoration times and voltage fluctuations increased after this venture, largely due to a shortage of experienced workers. The island also endured a power outage in April that knocked out electricity for a third of homes and businesses. Then it goes on to say, LUMA did not immediately respond to the request for comment in regards to this article. Now it says, why is the grid still struggling? Now, Hurricane Maria decimated the island's electrical system when it struck in late September 2017, mainly by knocking out transmission lines. Since then, restoration work has been focused on replacing those lines, while most other facets of the grid have been not been updated, said a representative, Tom Sanvilla, who researches Puerto Rico's power system. It took several years under the Trump administration for the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to approve a $9.6 billion, in September 2020 to rebuild Puerto Rico's electrical grid. About another $3.4 billion in federal funding has been added since. Now, analysts say bureaucratic holdups and policy disagreements and grid issues, privatization, have slowed the progress. Now, disputes over how to spread the funds have also kind of delayed the improvements, claims say. Many enterprises, both for profits and NGOs, want a slice of the $12 billion in federal money for rebuilding the grid, says Sergio M., policy director of Puerto Rico's base think tank, Center for a New Economy, CNE. Now, the next question that they have in this article is, where does Puerto Rico's power generation come from? It says natural gas plants account for 44% of the electricity, while 37% comes from the petroleum, like diesel fuel, and 17% is from coal, and about 3% from renewable energy. Now, the U.S. Energy Information Administration data shows these statistics, these numbers. Now, under the Puerto Rican Energy Public Policy Act, which was passed in 2019, the Commonwealth is required to get 40% of its electricity from renewable sources by 2025, which is 2023 now. This is me speaking at the article. It's not that far off. Time is going fast. Before we know, it's going to be 2024. So back to the article, 60% by 2040 and 100% by 2050, according to the EIA. Now, however, the grid's modernization has been delayed by policy disagreements over using renewables versus adding more natural gas, says a representative. Now, Puerto Rico has to import all of its oil, coal, and natural gas, as it does not produce any fossil fuels. I didn't know that. Yes, I know now, right? It does have solar and wind generation that has contributed to renewables generation. Coal-fired generation is planned for phase-out by 2028, In early 22, two of the island's largest power plants were damaged in a 6.4 magnitude earthquake. Those plants relied more on natural gas, causing Puerto Rico to shift its power mix to more petroleum, according to the EIA. You were just listening to Teachable Moments with April podcast. I truly hope you enjoyed this episode. We invite you to stay connected with us on the other social media platforms of ours, which is TikTok, Pinterest, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube. Also, we'd like to invite you to check out our official podcast landing page on podpage.com/teachable moments with April to see all our content in one place and leave personal messages, feedback, and more.